What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Carl from Sovereign Citizen Chronicles. Today, we're back in the courtroom of Judge Brian Oakley, one of our favorite judges on this channel, and a hard-nosed, no-nonsense judge. All right, I enjoy watching him. It seems that y'all do too. So today, Brian Oakley is going to do what Brian Oakley does, and he's going to, go scorched earth on this attorney that's representing, well, not the sovereign citizen in this particular case, but she's going to be representing the defendant, and I believe she's the stand-in counsel. All right, but it's going to be interesting some of the things that's going to go on during this proceeding. So let's get to it.
All right, appearances for People versus Littleton.
Morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, E84724.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Silva Ross and Attorney Martin James Case, hearing on behalf of Mr. Littleton. Mr. Littleton, can you please issue the record?
All right, ladies, we ready to go?
Yes, Judge, the people are ready to go, and I have a complaining witness who flew in from out of this country to be here today.
All right, put her on the stand.
Your Honor, I mean, Mr. Littleton, to refer the competency at this time, the defense counsel is adamant that Mr. Littleton is no way understanding the nature or the object of the proceeding and cannot. He is not fully aware, Your Honor, when I try to ask him, or explain to him that I'm his attorney. He doesn't.
Let me stop you. When did you talk to him and realize you had those problems?
Well, it's been a compounded conversation. So it was the first time that it was a little off. If Your Honor was, I'm not sure if Your Honor was the judge at that time.
Was not.
That I didn't think any.
Counsel, my question was a simple one. When did you know you had this problem?
So I'm telling you, it's a compounded issue, Your Honor. It wasn't just the first time; it was the second time also.
Denied. Denied. Twice I've asked you a direct question. You can't answer it. No, I asked you for a date. When did you know you had the problem? They flew somebody in from out of the country. If this was a problem you could have told them about a week ago, we could have avoided that. So we'll go ahead with the exam. You can do whatever you want. You can build whatever your record is. We're going to use the witnesses that are here today. I didn't ask for an argument, counsel. I just told you my decision.
Going to be completely, I think to be ready, and I want to be Mr. Wilson, have no opportunity to review the discovery. I'm not the attorney of record.
Then why are you here? Who's the attorney of record?
And that is correct, Judge, as much as Mr.
So schedule a show cause for Attorney King for contempt of court. Would somebody like to explain to me why the attorney of record is not here for a scheduled exam?
Understanding when it's a different matter that he's planning to respond because I was going to come here anyway, and because Mr. Littleton was going to refer to competence.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. You were going to ask for that.
The court, the statute requires that the court at least consider the referral to competency at this point in time juncture. I understand that there has been a delay in the complaints from out of the country. However, the statute is very clear, and if Mr. Littleton and not a citizen rationally not comprehend what is actually happening, actually he cannot move forward. And I think the court has an obligation to consider what.
Here's what I consider. Here's what I consider. Your office is continuing to do this to the court docket with attorneys that are scheduled that don't show, don't call, just ghost us. We've got attorneys that show up the day of the exam having never spoken to their defendant repeatedly, day in, day out. Every Wednesday we have the same thing. Your office is disrespecting the Wayne County bench. Is that clear? We've been told we have to actually hold you people in contempt so that they can withhold the payment for the job that you're not doing. Would you like to say anything?
Judge, I just asked for an opportunity to make a fair record, if I may.
Go ahead.
So first of all, I would like to note that this is my first time actually working with Ms. Barrage. This is not, I believe, her choice. I believe she was sent here by Mr. King.
Oh, it sounds like they threw her to the wolves.
And just want to acknowledge that. I don't think that this is a problem for me.
No, she's just lucky enough to be the one I yell at. No.
Judge, I contacted Mr. King. I called NDS last week, contacted them specifically so that I could figure out ahead of the PCC who the defense attorney was. I found out that it was Mr. King. I contacted Mr. King. I got a hold of him that day. It was the day before the probable cause conference. I let him know that I was personally sending him the digital discovery so that he could review it. I indicated that there may be some competency concerns, and I asked if he would let me know if he would be referring for competency. I also let him know that I spoke to the out of the country complaining witness, confirmed that the next 4 to 6 Wednesdays are free in her schedule, and let him know that we'd be flying her in, and told Mr. King that I would make any of those days work, but that if we scheduled an exam for her to be flown into the country, and Judge, this is very important, this happened at the airport, so flown into the airport that she was sexually assaulted in, that if that happened and if she came here, we were holding this exam. Because I was not going to have the victim come all the way back here, only to be told that there was an adjournment request or have him be referred for competency. I asked Mr. King that. I did feel at the time like he was dismissing me, but I also recognized it was pre-PCC. The PCC happened. I appeared early. I was not present when the actual date was set. It was set for 7 days out. We did everything that we could to get the victim here. I had the officer in charge meet her where her plane landed at the actual gate to get her from the gate through the airport. Again, she was sexually assaulted into her hotel to keep her calm because she's been extremely traumatized as a result of this. Prior to this, after all the arrangements were made, I started calling Mr. King 48 hours before the victim needed to leave to come here, just to confirm that he was not planning on asking for an adjournment for discovery, to confirm that he was not planning on referring the defendant for competency. He refused to call me back, refused to answer my text. I got a call from him this morning at 8:30. It was the first time he has spoken to me since pre-PCC last week. And that is when he told me that he had not spoken to his client, that other members of his team had fortunately stepped in to speak to his client for him, and that they were concerned about his competency, and that he wasn't sure if the defendant would be able to sit through with this hearing today.
This is totally unconscionable.
Which I told Mr. King that we would address the, because to be fair, Judge.
Mr. King better bring a toothbrush when he comes for the show cause. Please send that message. Clear? Counsel? Clear? Answer my question. Clear? Make sure he brings a toothbrush when he comes for his show cause. Thank you.
If I may, Judge, I recognize I have no actual power to object to a competency referral. And I recognize that. But the way that this was handled, it is one thing to inconvenience me, and I have a lot of respect for the Neighborhood Defender Services. There are several of them here at this courthouse that I have so much respect for.
Me too.
But how this was handled was completely inappropriate, and I told Mr. King that until there was an actual issue in court, we were here, we were ready to go, and I'm at a loss, Judge, because ethically as a prosecutor, I know that I cannot push to proceed when there is a genuine referral for competency. I don't want to compromise my ethics, but this is extremely difficult for the position that we are in, and the reason we're in this position is because of Mr. King.
If I may, Your Honor. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, thank you, prosecutor, for the procedural history, and I can't speak to the conversations of the prosecutor had with Mr. King directly. However, I will remind them, or just say, that at the times and moments that Mr. King was stating that he did not intend to refer to competency until after buying over, that those were true statements, and it wasn't until understanding the actual, and not to get into privileged communications and client confidential conversations that we've had, that even at this preliminary examination, even if it is probable cause, and even though he's told the prosecutor that we don't intend to refer to competency until later, it was clear that Mr. Littleton has an issue understanding the order, nature, and proceedings, as well as not being able to assist rationally in his defense. So it's not to say that Mr. King wasn't being honest or truthful, but
He was being lazy and unprofessional, counsel. He never spoke to the defendant.
Your Honor,
Unless she's lying to me, King told her he'd never met with Mr. Littleton. Other people from his office had.
I wasn't part of that conversation. I can't speak to them. I'm not
Then I'm going to take her at her word.
lying. Just saying that all the other times that she was speaking with Mr. King and he made the applications and the intention of holding this exam, that was his intention. It wasn't to be dismissive, he wasn't refusing to communicate, that he was figuring out.
Counsel, stop, or I'll hold you in contempt.
Just to make my record.
Keep talking, I'll hold you in contempt. I'm not going to let you make your argument because you don't know what you're talking about. You're not talking from firsthand knowledge. She is. Sit down. Counsel, don't test me. Sit down. You're done speaking today.
Done speaking today?
Yes, ma'am. Who flew in?
Judge, the complaining witness in this case, her name is Nora Alfamna, that's spelled Nora, last name AL dash.
All right, I'm going to want her in here in just a minute. Do the paperwork so we can send Mr. Littleton for his competency, which will be 6 months down the road before we hear anything. You guys can take Mr. Littleton back into lockup. Bring your complainant in.
Judge, do you want to come up?
Please.
All the way up?
Just podium, yeah. Right here, ma'am. Right here. Did you tell her what happened?
I did not. I told her that there was an issue and he wanted to see her and that I would explain as instructed.
So we're not going to have an exam today. I wanted to apologize to you personally for making you show up and put you through this and have nothing of substance happen. I also want to know exactly with documentation to counsel what it costs you to show up here today. Because if I find the attorney in contempt, I'm going to charge him for your costs. You understand that? All right. I just wanted you to hear it from me personally that I apologize on behalf of the system. I apologize to you because the system is not treating you well. Thank you, counsel.
Brilliant.
Ms. Moore, anything else?
Thank you. And again, I just want to acknowledge that I do not believe that Ms. Farage did anything. She was just sent.
I don't disagree.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of that proceeding. Like I said, Judge Oakley, being Judge Oakley, wasn't playing no games. He threatened to hold the attorney in contempt and very forceful with her. Told her to sit down and pretty much sit down and be quiet. And she listened eventually. She seemed like she was kind of hesitant, but she could tell he was serious. All right. And that statement about him telling her to tell her defendant to bring his toothbrush, that was kind of hard as well. All right. So now we're going to be moving on into another proceeding, which is a sovereign citizen proceeding this time. It's a throwback. And it's going to be with Judge Devin Collier out of the state of Florida. He's going to have a sovereign citizen before him that's going to be talking kind of, definitely talking to sovereign citizen lingo. So let's get to this proceeding.
Tavius Morris.
I'll come to the jail and talk to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing this morning?
I'm well. How are you?
Fine.
Morris had previously, there was one case that I was already representing him on. I don't know that we ever got one on this most recent charge. Okay.
Let me see.
Mr. Morris, I know Mr. Hill was representing you in the 23174 case. You're here for an arraignment on the 24 CF49 case. Has your financial circumstances changed?
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to appoint the law officer Henry Mark Sims to represent you in the 24 case.
I go state this to the court.
You raise your right hand and
Yes.
now that Mr. Hill is representing you, you probably want to talk to Mr. Hill before you say anything. We're recording this proceeding, so anything you say may be used against you. But I'm listening to whatever you want me to consider.
I'm not real sure what Mr. Morris is trying to claim in that writing right there. Said he's not a citizen and something about a secured.
My name is Alize Morris, a secured party creditor under the UCC 1 filed in Florida. American national being held in custody in Gulf County, which is not a 14th Amendment citizen of the United States. Not a record. To documentation, which is official records. To state it, I'm the agent of the said principal.
Who wrote that for you?
I did.
Why do you need to read it if you know what you're talking about?
This memory.
Okay. Tell me what the 14th Amendment says.
That you were considered a slave under the 14th Amendment.
That who's considered a slave? I'm not a slave.
No, the incarcerated person. This if you commit a crime.
Okay. Doesn't say if you commit a crime.
Or yeah.
That's not what it reads.
I got the 14th Amendment really wasn't in the book.
What book?
The book that we had in the back.
What book do you have in the back?
It's a law book.
What law book is it?
Florida statute book. Yes.
So the 14th Amendment isn't in the Florida statutes? That's because it's an amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know what the 14th Amendment reads?
The 14th Amendment reads not off on the top. Not off.
Okay.
That's why I've written.
What else do you want me to consider?
That I'm a secure party creditor under the UCC 1.
Tell me what the UCC 1 reads.
I wish I had my documentation in front of me to present it all the way. I wish I had someone here that was supposed to be here so I can have it.
I asked you who wrote that for you. You said you did.
I wrote it. Yes.
So do you know what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me what the UCC 1 reads.
It's the Uniform Commercial Code filed with the Secretary of State or within the entities under the contract with the Secretary of the State to maintain uniform commercial code records and database of judgment liens maintained by the Secretary of State.
Now tell me what UCC 1 reads.
It's a statement and it's a financial.
You don't know what the UCC 1 reads, do you?
Not on top.
You're not prepared. You're not prepared this morning with your sovereign citizen argument. You needed some additional time to prepare.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you some additional time to prepare your sovereign citizen argument. When do you want to come back?
I would ask that he's got 2 cases. I know one we've got already got the discovery on that I need to go meet with him at the jail and go over. Being at the jail, I can find time between now and May 9th to go to the jail and take care of that.
All right, Mr. Morrison, you come back. Usually when sovereign citizens come in the courtroom, at least they can recite from memory a lot of the stuff they travel under. So next time you want to come with your sovereign citizen argument, be prepared, okay? I'll listen to you, but be prepared.
Yes.
But you're not doing justice to your fellow traveling nationals who consider themselves sovereign citizens if you're not prepared to even articulate what the argument is, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you May 9th at 1:30.
Today.
Be prepared next time, all right?
Yes, sir.
It should have a constitution in the back so you can read the 14th Amendment and be able to tell me what it reads. And
what it says right here. What it states.
we're going to May 9th at 1:30.
Machine into a contract.
That's not a contract. That's giving you notice that you're going to come back.
Sure.
You're fine. I'm not going to query you about what a contract is, but we'll talk about whatever you want me to consider next time. Take care.
Judge, I have brought to court with me during the recess the paperwork that was delivered by a private citizen for Mr. Morris. I have removed the binder clip that I had on it. There are no staples. There are no paper clips in the packet. It's simply a packet of prepared documents.
Okay. All right, Mr. Morris, now that you have your paperwork, anything else you want me to consider?
Yes, sir. I'm looking through it now, sir.
Okay.
I ain't seen it in a minute. Mr. Carmelo Trust. It's just speaking about the trust. This was the UCC, just financial statement. This was a UCC statement with my own Alizé Morris and the trust name. The principal name was Octavius Alizé Taekwondo. And then it says, this is the entry of collateral by trustee / secure party credit on behalf of the trust estate. It's Octavius Alizé Taekwondo, Jeter Trust in the commercial chambers under necessity to secure the rights, title, interest, and value therefore in, and the root or title from inception, as well as all property held in trust, including but not limited to DNA, cDNA, cell lines. There's I don't know that word is right there.
Mr. Morris, I thought you said that they arrested the wrong person. They had the wrong person in jail. That's why I'm not sure what you're talking about some trust in your DNA and cDNA.
It says retina scans is what that said.
Okay.
Or retina scan.
Hold on.
Do we need to check your fingerprints or scan your retina to verify? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Oh, can you look on read this? I can't really read it like that.
Let me see. Maybe I'm not sure what's going on. You told me you were not Zatavius Morris. Then you just started reading something from a sheet of paper that says Zatavius Elise Taquan Morris.
Okay.
So are you or are you not Zatavius Elise Taquan Morris?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Smith,
My name, this is right here, sir. It's on. You probably can't have a good chance reading it. Right here. This right here. Bill of service, tort and violation. I just had a judge look at this. I can't read all this stuff. Not to you. Alizé Moore, secure party, Billy, and principal of you or the agent fail not to, I don't know that word is right there. To your oath, that should be called to answer before one God and the most supreme.
I can't hear you, Mr. Moore.
All this
Oh, sir, I want to call you Mr. Morris if that's not your name. But let me ask you this, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you saying, I'm looking at a complaint affidavit here, and on December 5th, according to this complaint affidavit, Gulf County Sheriff's Department pulled you over while you were driving and arrested you, and they ran your name, Z Morris, came back as a convicted felon. And are you telling me that your name is not Zatavius Morris, or you're not the person they arrested on December 5th? What are you telling me? Did you give a false name? What are you telling me?
I ain't giving no false name, Your Honor.
How did they get that name, Zatavius Elise Morris? Well, you don't answer that question. That probably has to do with, I'm trying to figure out, maybe Mr. Hill, you could help me. Is he saying that the Sheriff's Department arrested the wrong person?
Your Honor, in as much as I can.
Well, don't disclose any confidential, privileged information.
I raised issues when I had my pretrial discovery meeting with Mr. Morris pertaining to this case, because that's the only one I've got discovery on.
Yes, sir.
And I've done some independent research into that. Mr. Morris, or this individual, has this information that he's saying that he is not the person.
I'll take a look at whatever you want me to. I'm looking at the complaint affidavit. They said they had your driver's. They said you have your driver's license, and they ran your driver's license with
I don't
that
have a
name.
driver's license, sir. It was what it was, restrict somewhere. You read the last page.
Oh, I'm looking at legal notice and demand to all state, federal, and international public officials. This is a contract and admiralty. This is some of that sovereign citizen nonsense. I thought you were saying that they arrested the wrong person. I'm not listening to any of that sovereign citizen nonsense. You told me they arrested the wrong person If you're talking about amity law and that the first page was a trust and that you're the debtor, I'm not listening to any of that nonsense. When are we coming back?
Your discretion, Judge. I can tell you I've got discovery on the first case. I don't have discovery yet on the second case. I'm at your discretion,
Ms.
Judge.
Smith, when you want to come back?
Judge, let's do the 6/27, our next available, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll come. And Mr. Morris, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I thought you were telling me they arrested the wrong person. I certainly don't want someone who hasn't, if you're the wrong person that they arrested, I didn't want you sitting in the county jail. But what you gave me looks like some of that admiralty law, sovereign citizen.
It's under the UCC,
I
sir.
travel, I don't drive, I don't have jurisdiction over you. I'm not listening to that stuff.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
You didn't get what I said? That was the agent of the principal. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're talking about a bunch of stuff that people who believe themselves to be sovereign citizens parrot. And I told you, I'm not listening to any of that. I'm not sure how you, the principal and the agent of your own, I'm not listening to that. Now, if you are wrongfully arrested, that's what I thought you were saying. I certainly want to listen to that. But if you are talking about trust and being the agent, and you're not the principal, and I saw something about admiralty law, I'm not listening to that.
What?
I will see you on the 27th of June. Take care.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of both those videos. No commentary necessary. All right, and said what I had to say. And the feature of this was the Brian Oakley proceeding anyway. All right. So with that being said, I just want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos like this one. This is Carl from Sovereign Citizen Chronicles. I'll catch you on the next proceeding. God bless. Peace.